Hey there, my beauty queens, and welcome back to Being the Chooser, the Bliss Hit. For today's lesson on what does it mean to be the chooser is that the chooser lives in the in-between. Do you remember that series in maybe the 90s or early 2000s called Charmed? It was 3 witches, 3 sisters, and they had to go up to the attic and figure it out and blow things up and freeze things and do whatever until they were able to hone their power. And this is what the womanhood codes are all about. Find a group of women like this one, where you can go back to time and time again to hear the codes so that they sink in. Just like learning any new thing, it takes a while. I'm a good dancer, and one day my dance teacher will say something and it'll click, and she'll say, yeah, I've been saying it every day. So it does take a while to be unconditioned. We're not moving from goal to goal to goal to goal. We are living in the in-between. And what do I mean by that? So, when a woman who is living her birthright of being the chooser, she chooses with intention. She chooses everything. She chooses her words. She chooses the tone of her voice as she uses her words. She chooses her body language. She chooses her emotions and her state. Sometimes things creep up on her, but you have the skills now to take that breath and to roll that marble and to get yourself back into the body and ask the trigger, what's here for me? What's going on? Why do I feel so icky? And 9 out of 10 times, it is because you have outgrown that energy. You have outgrown that person. And if you don't create space in your life to ask yourself that question, what's here for me, in this icky feeling that I feel against this person, then you may never see a pattern. So is this person being a jerk? Probably not. It's probably the dynamic that I'm creating with this person that is creating this jerky condition. And I don't want any part of it. And I don't know how to fix it right now, so I just need to get away. Living in the in-between means that you create space in between a trigger and a response. You create space, you take a breath, you roll your marble, you ask, you pump your field. I am going to look for the miracles today. I am adopting my birthright and becoming a receiver today. I'm going to receive the informations, the ideas, the provision from God, from the environment, from the people around me, from the situations I'm in. And you can't do that unless you create some space. Being the chooser is so important, especially for women, because it's easy for us to fall in love with this story, especially women in my generation who have hustled. We're tired, we're starting to soften our lives, and then somebody comes in that seems to have all the qualities except for the traits that my divine feminine energy is yearning for, and those are the traits of the divine masculine. If a man can't lead me out onto a date, I can't follow. My purpose on this planet is more than just finding my man. It is helping you, guiding you to remember the things that your mother taught you. And our mothers couldn't teach us sometimes in a very good way because they didn't know, but you now know. So go back to that wisdom, even though it came with a backhanded slap or kneeling in the corner or sent to your room. There's wisdom in there. Find that wisdom, and part of this is be the chooser. I couldn't see that in my parents' advice because they decided for me. So when it was time that I did choose a man to marry, I allowed him to choose me, and I attached to him, because isn't that what it is? He knows he's the leader, and that's not what a chooser is. I don't choose someone because he's a novelty, or he looks good in a tux, or he knows how to dance, or he has money in the bank. I choose him for his integrity and his character as a caretaker for my well-being. If a man cannot contain my well-being and be there for me, show me that my well-being is important, then I don't want to be around you. You make me sick. Sick to my stomach, sick to my heart, that I've allowed this type of energy around me. And now that I'm realizing that I am the true chooser of everything, I choose my state of being every morning by spinning the marbles and pumping my field. I am safe. I am a receiver. I receive all the information. I am expanding. I can hold all the joy, and I can hold the pattern recognition and move through it, even though sometimes it hurts. We're giving up friends. But being the chooser means that I choose me over and over and over and over and over again. And what that looks like is I don't dance with men that don't allow me to feel safe in their arms. I'm not friends with men that do not have my best interest in mind. My best interest, not the best interest of the friend group, but mine. Especially if you want to hug me and tell me you love me. That doesn't work anymore. That's children, get away from me. And the fact that you're coming to me in an adult man's body makes me feel unsafe being around you. I now feel that lack of safety in your testosterone, and my response to you is no more energy goes to you, it all goes to me. And thank you for the last 2 months of treating me poorly and making it abundantly clear and providing me with the information that I needed to know to move away from you and not drag you with me as I go toward my best life, because I choose me and my well-being over your discomfort. Last thing I want to say about you being the chooser is it's hard to make the right choice when you're triggered, or when you're in a rush, or when you have a lot of things going on. I've had a lot of things going on in my life. Things that my current pattern recognition and deselection from my life kind of promised to contain me in, and it didn't happen. And I thank you again for making it abundantly clear you have no purpose in my life, and I can move on and forgive you, because you're not a bad person. You're just, your type of love just isn't welcome anymore in my personal life. the life where I'm running to becoming a millionaire, the life that I am running to my divine union in, the life that I create every day in the knowledge that the people that are closest to me feed this self-image that tells me that I am loved and I am adored and I am cherished, because I will never be able to outwit my self-image, so I need it fed with the people around you or the people around me. All right, one more thing is sometimes it's easy to feel lonely when you're in your isolation stage with the pattern recognition. And it's easy to sabotage yourself back into the arms of a man you promised you wouldn't go back into. And then he treats you badly and you're right back in that delta. And you build yourself up again. And then you say yes to him again. You know what to do. And I'm going to let you make that decision, because it's your heart that is the most cherished thing on this planet. And does it still feel cherished with him in your life or without him in your life? So stop allowing this energy, just because he's coming towards you now, back into your life, knowing that he can't sustain it. Let him go. And I'm sorry. Take a deep breath. I know that's a lot to hold, but being the chooser means you have a responsibility to gatekeep future generations, to gatekeep your magic, to gatekeep your beautiful energy that the people that aren't happy with you right now have been taking it for free all this time. Start charging for your energy, or cut them off, and do it with an open heart, because that is how you need to walk through life, is with this open heart. Gatekeep it with good boundaries that are seen through the lens of your values, that are very closely knit to your soul standards. And allow your savage self to hold the responsibility of your royalty, of your goddessness, of your beauty, because it is your birthright. It's time to reclaim your softness, your sovereignty, by being the chooser and checking out my 3-step program, Awareness 360, in my connection classes. Join the Yumminess Revolution and check out some of my free material. And with an energetic exchange, you get the womanhood codes that you never really truly adopted, which is why we're over-hustled, overweight, over-exhausted, over-stressed out, over-anxious, depressed, on more pharmaceuticals than a pharmacy. You have an ailment, come see me. That is a sign of your soul self saying, whoa, girl, it's time to slow down and figure some of this stuff out and be the chooser. Choose the energy. Choose what you're going to say in the spaces. Choose yourself over a man needing easy access to you. Choose yourself. All right. Check out my Chooser series on my YouTube channel, where I go into this a little bit deeper every time. Good luck out there, ladies. You got this.